Being a mom and an entrepreneur can be incredibly difficult, and I should know because I'm a mom of 2 little girls under the age of 5, and I have a couple different businesses. And I'll tell you that it can be stressful at times, but I've created this video to help you with a simple 4-step little framework to help you do that and separate work life from mom life. So let's dive in. Hey, Stacy Tuschl here, and today we're going to talk about how to separate mom life from work life, and I've got 4 steps to help you do just that. So let's dive in. Step number 1 is making sure your work isn't getting sloppy or becoming mediocre. A lot of times I will be trying to multitask the kids with my work, and that is where it starts to suffer. I'm not being a great mom and I'm not doing great at work. I remember when I first had my first child and I hired a nanny, and I remember thinking, I could hear her crying, she would come knocking at the door, she'd hear my voice, and I wasn't feeling like a great mom, and I definitely wasn't getting great work done. So be careful you're not doing that. Step number 2, make sure to ignore everyone's commentary. I read this quote that said, "Other people's opinion of you is none of your business," and I hope you take that to heart, because everybody is gonna have an opinion on if you're at home, you should be watching your kids, or you should be with them a certain amount of times, or you can't take that vacation or that business trip. So just make sure it fits right for you and your family. That's all that matters. Step number 3 is setting boundaries and a schedule. I am huge when it comes to my Google Calendar. I'm a big online calendar fan, and the first thing you need to do is figure out when are you going to have the me time, the work time, and then time with your kids and your family. So a little bit of an insight into what my day looks like. I wake up bright and early at 5 a.m. and the biggest thing for me is I want to wake up before the kids wake up. So I've got that time for me to kind of get my day situated, and I get to work and just do some of my morning routine up until about 7 a.m. Then the kids are up and I've got to get them ready. And again, it's time for me to shut off work, stop whatever I was doing, and really be involved with the kids. So we get that time where they're getting ready in the morning, and then about 3 days a week, they're going off to daycare. My little ones, my oldest one's heading to kindergarten next year, so that schedule will change a little bit. But during the day, while they're gone, that is the time I can focus on my business. Now, it might start to feel a little selfish, or I should be with the kids more, or I should be doing this while they're little. But understand that the second they get home from school or from daycare, it's back to being mom and kid time, right? So computers closed, no more work for the day, and we really dive in. And if you want to know what am I doing throughout the day while I'm working, well, what I'll tell you is the morning is reserved for proactive work and the afternoon is for reactive work. So what does that mean? Well, proactive work is where I get all of the stuff done that is the most important things that I need to do in my business. I always say that anything that moves the needle, right? So that might look like creating content, batching certain things for video, online courses, any of that. Reactive is checking email. Maybe I've got some client calls, team meetings, etc. So proactive in the morning, reactive in the afternoon, and you will absolutely get so much more done than you're used to. And step number 4, location. I never realized how important location was. I love that I work from home, and I usually work on a laptop, and I realized that when I work on a laptop, I started to work everywhere in the house. The kids' playroom, the bedroom, right? The kitchen table. And I realized that having a dedicated space where I call time for me to work is absolutely the best thing that has happened. So when I walk into my office, it's go time, right? It's time for me to get to work. And when I walk out of that office, that's the time that the work shuts off, so I can actually play and engage and hang out with my children when I'm in the kitchen or when I'm in their bedrooms. So having that time is so important. And those are the 4 steps to creating an amazing balance between work life and mom life. So your calendar is so important, and I really hope you understand that. And because of that, I created this very easy sample schedule for you to follow along with and use it more as a guideline or a tool to help you create a calendar and structure that fits well for you and your family. So click the link below and go grab that now.